A 911 call about a person in a mental health crisis ends with a deadly police shooting in Yakima. Tonight, we're tracking that investigation.
And a beautiful and hot day today with a nice Thursday, at least to start on tap, but big changes on the way tomorrow evening. I'll get you prepared.
And we're talking about Governor Inslee's visit to the Tri-Cities today as he signed several new laws for the state of Washington.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 5.
Good evening, I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday evening. Well, Governor Jay Inslee paid the Tri-Cities a visit, making a major announcement on the police chase bill.
It's come under scrutiny in recent months because of the restrictions it's placed on when police can begin a pursuit. Now, during the opening of the new Pasco Regional Training Center, Inslee signed House Bill 5352 into law. That lowers the requirement from probable cause to reasonable suspicion when it comes to police chases. Inslee called this bill and the grand opening of the training center a positive move for law enforcement all throughout the state.
And I'm so excited that we now are extending the ability to provide great training across the state of Washington. Isn't it great that people now can get trained in this community and don't have to leave their families so they can start their profession? Yes. This is a tremendous advance when it comes to law enforcement.
Now we got to look inside the new training facility. The first class starts on Monday. We're going to hear from Pasco Police Chief later tonight on KAPP KVEW Local News at 6, talking about the benefits of this regional training center.
Governor Inslee also signed a handful of bills in Richland this morning while visiting one of Energy Northwest's solar energy storage and training facilities. These bills all relate to clean energy. Governor Inslee says the state of Washington has seen an increase of 460% in deploying solar power in the last 5 years. He says no place in the Western Hemisphere is growing renewable energy as fast as the state of Washington.
And that is no more indicated and proved than these solar panels right behind me. Because when you know what you see when you look at these solar panels, I think it's important to realize what you don't see first. You do not see a dirty coal stack spewing out tons of carbon dioxide and pollutants, injuring the health of our children.
Some of these bills included improving planning efforts for the implementation of clean energy infrastructure, sustainable aviation fuel production in the state, providing transit agencies the ability to use green hydrogen instead of diesel buses, and several more. He also attended a roundtable at the Port of Benton to discuss Washington's efforts to drive innovation and economic growth in the clean energy sector, and ended his day at the Pasco Police Regional Training Facility, as we saw earlier.
Now, he did need those sunglasses today, Jason.
Yes.
It was bright out there.
We had hottest day of 2023 so far, but we're going to fall off a legitimate cliff as we head into Friday. Not as bad tomorrow. Let's take a look outside. Just a beautiful day today. We haven't had just a kind of maybe a precursor of what we're going to see tomorrow. You see that little cell right near Walla Walla? Let's take a closer look. It does have a little bit of thunder and lightning. It has gone away, but we do expect to see more thunder and lightning very likely tomorrow evening. 85 right now in Yakima. We're about exactly where we thought we were going to be today. And oh my goodness, 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Folks, we do expect cooler temperatures tomorrow and then a drop of between 25 to 30 degrees by the time we get to Friday. All of your full forecast coming up.
Tonight, 3 Yakima police officers are on administrative leave after fatally shooting a 27-year-old man on his front lawn. KAPP KVEW's Emily Goodell reports this started with someone calling 911 about a family member having a mental health crisis.
Police say family members told them the man had recently stopped taking his medication and had been making statements indicating that he wanted to shoot someone, and at some point armed himself with a sawed-off shotgun and went outside. That's when family members locked themselves inside the house and called 911. When officers arrived soon after, police say they asked the man to put down the weapon multiple times, and at some point 3 YPD officers fired at the man and killed him.
I have put them on administrative leave, which is standard procedure for the Yakima Police Department. and they'll remain on administrative leave until the investigation runs its course and we conduct an administrative investigation to determine if there's any policy violations or training issues or safety issues that we need to address as an agency.
The Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit has also launched its own investigation into the shooting. Yakima police say they'll be releasing the names of those officers involved and how long they've been with the department in the next 48 hours. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in Yakima, Emily Goodell, KAPP Local News.
Tonight we are tracking developing news from Atlanta, Georgia, where one person is dead, 4 others hospitalized after a shooting in a busy downtown area. Police say someone started shooting inside the waiting room of a medical center, then left and stole a car as police were racing to the scene.
The camera network that's in this location was very helpful and did assist in the investigation. Cameras across the city have been instrumental in us tracking this individual. He's very aware that as we get information that's called in by citizens, we're able to use the camera network to quickly go to that location even before officers arrive.
Police have identified a 24-year-old man as the suspect, but they aren't sure yet what prompted the violence or if any of the 5 victims were specifically targeted.
Overnight, police in Texas arrested the suspect in another mass shooting. This one happened on Friday. Investigators say they finally tracked down the 38-year-old man accused of killing 5 neighbors in a home about 20 miles from the shooting. He's now charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder and being held on a total of more than $7 million bond. Today, the district attorney said a woman connected with the suspect has also been arrested.
What we believe that Ms. Nava was doing is that she was providing him with material aid and encouragement, food, clothes, and had arranged transport to this house.
Investigators say the woman had previously told investigators she didn't know where the suspect was. Police say a tip led them to search the house, where they did find him.
A crime alert tonight. Federal agents say they tracked down a drug trafficking suspect carrying nearly 200 pounds of drugs near the Canadian border. Federal prosecutors say someone reported strange happenings on their property near Danville last fall. Border Patrol put up an electric sensor in that area. Over the weekend, they got an alert. Border Patrol agents saw 3 people loaded down with backpacks walking south from the border, then walking north again without the luggage. Agents caught up with the minivan about 15 minutes later with those same packs, they say, in the back seat. Prosecutors say the bags were loaded with meth and MDMA, which is also known as Molly or ecstasy. The agents arrested one person, the alleged driver, and he's now facing federal charges that could mean 20 years in prison. And new numbers released today show that the number of deadly drug overdoses has skyrocketed since 2016. Many of those deaths are linked to meth or cocaine, but federal numbers show the biggest increase is blamed on fentanyl.
The same report shows the number of deadly heroin and oxycodone overdoses dropped, but researchers say that's likely because more people are using fentanyl instead, even if they don't realize it. The CDC says that we're seeing fewer heroin-related deaths because there's more treatment available and more people have access to medication that can reverse an opioid overdose. Well, Washington's drug possession law expires on July 1st with no replacement. But Governor Inslee has called state lawmakers back to work for a special session coming up on May 16th. That could last for up to 30 days. If we get to July 1st without a new law, then local governments could create their own rules. But opponents are worried that kind of patchwork approach could make the whole situation worse.
Well, new tonight, inflation has been slowing down, but it's not enough. The Federal Reserve has decided to raise interest rates once again, this time by 1/4 point. It means the interest rates that banks have to charge each other is now just over 5%. But the rates that banks and credit card companies charge you is likely to be much higher. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said today he believes the recent bank collapses are making other banks more hesitant to approve loans, and he's hoping that will help bring down inflation as well.
But the strains that emerged in the banking sector in early March appear to be resulting in even tighter credit conditions for households and businesses. In turn, these tighter credit conditions are likely to weigh on economic activity, hiring, and inflation.
The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates now 10 times in a row, starting in March of 2022. They're trying to get inflation down to 2%. At last check, it was sitting at just about 5%.
Making health headlines tonight, the FDA has officially approved the world's first vaccine to protect against RSV. This is something that medical researchers have been working on for more than half a century. While RSV is usually something that spreads among babies and children, it can be dangerous for seniors, especially if they have other health concerns. The vaccine is designed for people 60 and older. The CDC still has to make a recommendation, but once that happens, officials say the vaccine could be available within just a few months. I'm sure there's a lot of celebrating over half a century trying to develop a vaccine. Very
celebrating
cool.
there, and then we've seen this whole process play out multiple times, so we know it can take a few weeks for the CDC to get on board.
Yes, we're getting pretty good about knowing how that works. All right, quick look outside, everyone. What a beautiful day today. Hope you got a chance to enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, if you don't like heat, you're in luck. We're going to be much cooler coming up. All of your forecast, that's next.
And still ahead on KAPP KVEW Local News at 5, Facebook's kid-focused messenger app is now under fire from the federal government because of privacy concerns. That's next.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving exclusively in members' mailboxes this week. Our 16-page book has store-wide savings in every department. From lawn and garden essentials to patio needs, Bi-Mart has you covered for less. Plus, save on pantry essentials, pet supplies, and more. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
I just turned 37 and I found a lump. By the time that I had it checked out and was able to get in and see a doctor and all that, I was at stage 3. Part of the reason I think that I didn't go get it checked out right away is that I was really scared. When I got the call, it was gone. It was such a huge relief. Even if you don't feel that it's in you, that you have a lump or you have a reason to get checked, you are a woman, get checked.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
As a personal injury attorney, I meet some of the best people under the worst of circumstances. They come to us suffering. They completely depend on us. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
A consumer alert tonight. Federal regulators say Facebook's Messenger Kids app isn't what it seems.
The FTC says Facebook, now called Meta, misled parents about privacy protections for children using the service, which was advertised as a kid-friendly way to stay connected. They're now pushing to ban Meta for making any money from the data gathered from the users younger than 18. Now, Meta, for its part, is calling the announcement a political stunt. They say the FTC didn't give them a chance to talk about the issue and also accuse the FTC of trying to take over power that should belong to Congress.
Well, from children to adults, it looks like using the internet might actually be good for your brain health in moderation. A new study found that people who regularly use the internet are less likely to develop dementia. Researchers tracked 18,000 adults between the ages of 50 and 65 over 8 years. When the study started, none of them had dementia. By the end of it, those who regularly went online were about half as likely to have developed dementia. Now, the study says the sweet spot is about 2 hours or less per day. People who use the internet about the 2 hours or less had the lowest risk of dementia. Those who were online for 6 to 8 hours a day had a higher risk. But scientists say that finding wasn't statistically significant, and they do say that more research is needed.
Now, KAPP First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. We have made it to midweek, and my goodness, what a day we had today. Plenty of sunshine and plenty of heat as well. Hottest day of 2023. We did get to the 90-degree range. We thought that could be possible in the Tri-Cities area. We do have some stray showers. We saw one coming through the Walla Walla area, but that has moved on, and we have that rain, wind, and cooler conditions coming Friday, and really they're going to start Thursday evening. So folks, a lot going on. So on our Skywatch radar, we saw that quick little flash come through Walla Walla, and it was just a little bit at the Dayton area. Other than that, we're looking very dry, and again, we could just see a quick little shower or two come through. Now our big picture, this is what we're looking at tomorrow. I'll get to overnight in just a second. We have a low pressure system in the southern part of California, really the middle part of California. As we move on into our afternoon, we're going to start to see some more shower activity start to form in our area, and then it's going to be pushing in from that low pressure system. But at the same time tomorrow night, we're getting some influence in from the Gulf of Alaska, and that is going to cool us down. So we're just going to see those showers come through, still warm enough to not be snow, but rain showers very heavy in the evening, and then slowing down as we're cooling down into Friday. So folks, a lot going on. So in our futurecast, here's what we're looking at as we get into our evening hours. Again, possibility of some quick little showerlets coming through. So don't be surprised if you see a little bit of showers. As we move into the rest of our Thursday, looking better in the morning hours, but my goodness, we're going to get hit by quite a lot of shower activity. Some thunderstorms could be a part of this. So do be prepared for a little bit of that. And as we move on into our evening hours, look at this widespread, even some very heavy cells in places. This could be our heaviest rain for some time. And as we move into the evening hours, it's going to start to settle down a bit into our morning. Still a little bit more of the light rain variety, and maybe a little heavier in the Blue Mountain region, but still sticking around on our Friday. Then as we get into our Saturday and Sunday, things should be settling down, but heavy rain, could be heavy thunderstorms starting tomorrow night and then slowing down to much lighter rain, but still pretty consistent for your Friday. Look at these current conditions. 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Cool spot, 81 for Pendleton, 83 for Ellensburg. But folks, mid to upper 80s for the rest of our areas. Just a warm day. And then we're going to be cooling down as we head into our Thursday and down into our Friday. Again, folks, we saw 90 today in the Tri-Cities. We could see 60 on Friday. That is a 30-degree drop. That is very rare, and it makes sense that we're seeing the thunderstorms come in with that kind of meeting of the low-pressure system down in California and what's going on in Alaska. So, folks, we're going to see quite the event tomorrow night into Friday. So, light winds right now. We do expect winds to be picking up again for our Friday, kind of our main event. We are going to be looking at 15 to 25 mile-per-hour winds. Then they'll slow down a bit into our weekend, but still pretty breezy conditions as we head into our next work week. So a little bit of wind tomorrow, then it'll really kick up, especially tomorrow night into Friday morning. Overnight tonight, we are staying warm, mid to upper 50s for our overnight lows, partly cloudy skies. As we head into our Thursday, again, it's going to start very nice. We're going to see sunshine in the morning hours, lower 80s, mid to upper 70s. But again, temperatures all over the place as we start to get very unsettled for our weather pattern, and that's going to be very prevalent as we get to Friday. So Friday, 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities. We're at 90 right now. That is a big drop. Then as we head into our weekend, we'll be in the upper 60s. Going to take a while to warm back up, folks, so hope you're able to enjoy today. Yakima, we're in the mid 80s, so about a 25-degree drop into Friday, and then mid 60s into your weekend. Much better conditions, though, into your weekend. So, folks, a hot one today. Enjoy your evening. Less hot tomorrow, but those big changes coming tomorrow night into Friday.
Thanks, Jason. And the Yakima Master Gardeners is having its annual plant sale this weekend. That doubles as its biggest fundraiser of the year. The money they raise allows them to do outreach with local schools, operate demonstration gardens, and staff a clinic where you can get answers to gardening questions. They'll be selling whimsical garden accessories and thousands of plants, including hanging baskets, annuals, perennials, vegetables, and houseplants, most of them under $4.
We try and keep the price low because we know it's a service, basically, to our citizens of Yakima. So we want people to be able to get into gardening, fall in love with gardening, and continue gardening.
The plant sale is at the Master Gardener's Greenhouse at 1522 South 18th Avenue. That is coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now up next on KAPP KVEW Local News, researchers are using technology to try and build better animals. WSU just became the first program in the United States to have a genetically edited pig approved by the FDA. Coming up, we'll hear from researchers about why they believe this program is so important. And we have a lot more news to share with you on our mobile app. You can use the camera on your smartphone to scan this QR code. It's also down at the bottom of your screen on the right-hand side throughout the show. The code will take you right to our app for news and weather on demand. It's free to download, and there's no subscription fee to use it.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Stay connected with your world, wherever, whenever, with a KAPP KVEW Plus app.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
Big stories, first alert weather, live streaming, and more. KAPP KVEW Plus, available in the App Store and Google Play.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have the details from Governor Jay Inslee's visit to the Tri-Cities. Plus, Riley Fitzgerald will let you know about a big cool down on the way. Tune in tomorrow starting at 5 a.m. for those details.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Stan. Welcome to my Stan Talk. My theory, it's called Triple Play because you can have fun on land, sea, and air. On land, bowling, XD Dark Ride, and others. At sea, all the slides and pools in Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park. In air, the ropes course, Nebula Drop Tower, and new zip ride. Or maybe the owner just like triple cheeseburgers. Thanks, everyone!
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
Mildly entertaining. I will take that.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
Welcome back, everyone, and check this out. The FDA has given Washington State University authorization to use gene-edited pigs for food. First up was sausages that students and researchers got to try last week. The team creating these genetically edited animals say it's not the kind of genetic manipulation you might envision when you hear GMO. Researchers say they're doing the same thing that farmers have been doing for millennia, trying to get all of the best pig traits collected into one animal. They're just using technology instead of a breeding program to speed things along.
10 billion people, human population on the planet by 2050.
And to feed 10 billion people, we need to improve the efficiency of agricultural output by 60%. Conventional strategies heavily use transgenesis. Transgenesis is the insertion of a piece of DNA, typically recombinant DNA, that could never have arisen in nature without humans putting it together in a lab. Genome editing with tools like CRISPRs can create changes in DNA that are changes that can and oftentimes do arise in nature.
If everything goes according to plan, the researchers are hoping these gene-edited animals could be part of the food chain within the next decade. And as they've done pigs, now next up are cattle, sheep, and other livestock.
Okay.
They're doing it with tomatoes and strawberries and apples.
So are they able to take out some of the negative effects of, say, pork?
I'm not an expert.
Wouldn't that be great?
But that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. All right, folks, we'll finally get weather after this.
Plus, ABC News has continuing coverage of the deadly mass shooting at a medical center in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. World News Tonight is tracking the search for a suspect, coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want your yard.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
With K2 Vision RLE, you can throw away your distance and reading glasses. Plus, you'll never develop a cataract. Schedule a free Zoom consultation with us today. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman? Hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Whoa. The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they helped us actually connect?
What would I give?
Introducing US Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Trending tonight, an exciting win for the Seattle Kraken in overtime last night. They're facing the Dallas Stars for round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Kraken didn't score the opening goal last night, but that's okay, because before the end of the first period, they would go on to score 3 goals in less than a minute. That puts them in the top 10 list of fastest trio of goals scored in playoff history. Jason, I can't believe they track this stuff. They will be playing in Dallas again tomorrow night and then return to Seattle on Sunday for Game 3.
Oh, it's going to be exciting.
It's got so many people.
And at worst, when they go home, they'll be tied.
Yes.
So that's fun. Quick look outside, everyone. A beautiful day today, but we do have changes slowly starting tomorrow. We're going to see those winds start to pick up in the evening hours. You see there at 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we could be seeing some thunder and lightning coming through many of our areas. We are going to see it switch on a dime. We're 90 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities. We expect our high on Friday to be around 60 degrees with winds 15 to 25 mile per hour. Lighter winds on your Friday. The thunderstorms will most likely be tomorrow night as we see a system from the south and a system from the north start to fight it out. Then the system from the north will cool things down.
It's going to be an exciting couple of days.
You got it.
Thanks so much for watching. We're back tonight at 6.